On the 4th of July, Cori Bush had, I think, just a very accurate, little honest thing to say about America and what it means to some people on the 4th. It's not just a time to set off a bunch of fireworks. She said, when they say that the 4th of July is about American freedom, remember this: the freedom they're referring to is for white people. This land is stolen land and black people still aren't free. So what she's expressing there, I think that a lot of people probably feel some version of that, and that can't be allowed. She can't have a different perspective on the 4th or what it means, how people should approach America or their historic or current relationship with our government. And so she has been attacked viciously ever since then. So we are going to give you quotes from Tucker Carlson. I could not make you watch video of him today, so I'm just gonna read it. But here is what he had to say. This guy, this incredibly wealthy individual who has an audience of millions, said, Missouri Congresswoman Cori Bush, for example, someone who could never have a job in the real world because she's not smart enough for a real job, complained that her taxpayer-funded gig is really a form of slavery.
What?
So because this black woman doesn't think about America the same way as him, she's too stupid to have a job. She of course did, she's a nurse, which I'm not a nurse. I don't think I could be a nurse because it does require quite a bit of intelligence and training and all of that. Seems kind of beside the point, but no, she doesn't agree with him, so she's not smart enough for a real job. He goes on to say, Cori Bush, however, is free to say stupid things on Twitter as much as she wants and draw a federal paycheck and draw lifetime benefits for her wrecking the country that she hates. So he gives no examples of how Cori Bush has wrecked the country. Her having a different opinion doesn't mean that she hates it any more than, as we point out so often, believing that America needs to be made great again isn't proof that you hate it. Again, they're fine with hating the current state of America for some people, but not for others. It's weird how it breaks down so clearly on racial lines. But what I love about this is the constant, she makes too much money. She's getting federal paychecks. She's getting federal benefits and all that. You shouldn't listen to her because she's a dumb black woman who's getting money that she doesn't deserve. And you should listen to me, a guy who was born into fantastic wealth and is now paid millions of dollars to tell you this BS. She's an elitist, but I, an incredibly wealthy member of the 1%, who could have failed every day of my life and never been anything other than fantastically wealthy, I'm on your side. This is right-wing populism, isn't it awesome? But anyway, there's more. But Francesca, what do you think about this?
I mean, you're absolutely right. It is the highest form of projection to hear Tucker Carlson call someone else unqualified for a job in the real world. And you said it, I'm gonna say it again. She's been a healthcare worker. She's been a teacher. She has done work unpaid for organizing for Black lives. Like, she's held many jobs. Oh yeah, by the way, single mom. There's also doing the work of raising a kid. Also a job that Tucker Carlson, my God, does he have children? Are there more Carlsons? Somebody check that. Are they being cared for?
It would be worse if there are, so yes, there are.
It is, and you bet your ass that he's not helping take care of them, but which means they might turn out okay. But like it is exactly that. And his whole thing, like complaining that her job is a form of slavery. She didn't say that. That's not what she said. Nope. She's basically echoing the words of Frederick Douglass and is saying that even however many years later, Black people are still not free in this country. And that we have to remember that we're on stolen land. Now, what is so annoying about July 4th is that we have to just sort of like nod our heads and go along with America's great, yay, happy birthday. And that criticizing our country, working for a better country, getting elected to office, the work that it takes, and then trying to make this country a better place, that somehow that is not patriotic. And I call BS on that. We all know that it is the highest form of patriotism to try and work for real change in a country that you call home.
Exactly. We had a little bit more from Tucker Carlson, but I can't. That's enough of him. I think that's enough.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.